10 NBA All-Star nominations, 2018 NBA MVP of the Year, 2 gold medals, and one of the greatest offensive players in NBA history. So where did it go wrong for the superstar? Where did he go off track? Today we ask, what happened to James Harden? High school and college. James was always that talented wonder kid. He averaged 18.4 points in high school and took his team to the California State Championship. He was then named into the prestigious McDonald's All-American team, and the scholarship offers were piling up. He finally chose Arizona State University. His college career was great. Harden finished his sophomore campaign with averages of 20.1 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 4.2 assists, and was named to the 2009 All-Pac-10 tournament team. Soon after this, my man joined the 2009 NBA draft because he was ready to step into professional basketball. Oklahoma City Thunder. After some serious thinking, he was selected as the 3rd overall pick in the 2009 NBA draft by the Thunder. This man was an immediate superstar. His three-point shooting was already highlighted way before he made his debut, but it got to a whole new level after he made 7 straight three-point field goals, the most consecutive three-pointers by a rookie ever. Later on in the same season, he went on to score a season high of 26 points against the formidable Golden State Warriors. This was the inception of a decorated career. Due to his great performances, he was named to the NBA All-Rookie Second Team. During Harden's sophomore season, the Oklahoma City Thunder were on the rise, posting a record of 55-27 and ranking 4th in the Western Conference. Harden elevated his game on an individual level as well, proving to be a key player on both ends of the floor. With KD as the headliner and Westbrook as the athletic, bouncy guard, my man helped provide an invaluable boost off the bench. He was playing on a very competitive team. The Thunder finished 2nd in the Western Conference during the 2011-12 season, and Harden's role had blossomed. He officially became the 3rd option behind Durant and Westbrook, scoring 16.8 points per game. Finally, Oklahoma City was in the NBA Finals, where they had to face King James's Miami Heat. Unfortunately, the Thunder lost, but a new superstar in the shape of James Harden was born. With this, Harden's time in Oklahoma City was nearing an end. Though he wanted to stay, the Thunder didn't have space for a player of his caliber. His days on the team came to an end when he rejected a contract worth $52 million for 4 years. Was he anticipating a $60 million contract? Was this too much to ask? Haha, but never mind that, because the Thunder never made another offer, so James was looking for a new home. Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets were desperately looking for a mainstay. Plus, they had not qualified for the playoffs for 3 straight seasons. After James moved out from Oklahoma, the Rockets were quick to act as they signed the superstar to an $80 million 5-year contract. This was going to be a prolific journey. On par to what Kobe had with the Lakers, Jordan had with the Bulls, and even Steph with the Warriors. Just without the championships. This signing was miraculous. In the first 2 games played with the Houston Rockets, Harden was averaging over 41 minutes, 41 points, 7.0 assists, 6.5 rebounds, and 2 steals per game. Damn! In his debut against the Detroit Pistons, Harden registered 37 points, a career-high 12 assists, and 6 rebounds, becoming the first player in NBA history to score over 30 points, with a double-double in their debut. Then he scored 45 points against the Hawks, making it the most points scored in the first 2 games by any player in NBA history. After a brilliant season, Harden single-handedly changed the outlook of the franchise as he carried them to the playoffs for the first time in 4 years, while averaging 26 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists in the regular season. With this came his first NBA All-Star nomination. The graph was going up, and James was becoming the star that was promised. The 2013-14 season saw vintage James Harden once again, as he made a unique record against the Memphis Grizzlies on Christmas. He scored 27 points with only 2 field goals made. What? He was averaging a hefty 26 points per game at the end of the season and was selected to the NBA All-Star team once again. Harden came into the 2014-15 season on fire, and after the first 2 months, he was already in MVP contention. He had a series of 50-point games and took the Rockets to the Western Conference Finals, where they met Steph Curry's Golden State Warriors. In Game 4, Harden scored a playoff career-high 45 points. Bro was flying so high, although he lost the series. As a player, his growth was simply mind-blowing. The following season, he was averaging 29 points per game. He was simply out of this world. And if you want us to shoot out of this world, don't forget to dunk on that subscribe button and turn on notifications to always know when we drop new NBA content. Now back to James. In 2016, Mike D'Antoni took over the Rockets as their head coach. This made the conditions better than ever. James started dropping crazy numbers week in and week out and recorded 7 triple-doubles by December 30th of 2016. In the MVP voting, he finished second to OKC superstar, former and future teammate Russell Westbrook, who had made history by averaging a triple-double for a season. But despite his heroics, once again, Houston failed in the postseason, as Harden tanked in Game 6 of the second round of the playoffs, ending his season on a terrible low. Despite his poor playoff performances, Harden was by far the best offensive player in the league. This meant he was getting an insane contract extension. He signed a contract of 4 years, worth $160 million with the Rockets. This contract was so motivating that Harden kept making history as he went 30 consecutive games with at least 20 points and dropped 50-plus points in consecutive games, making him the first player in franchise history to do so. He even scored the first ever 60-point triple-double in NBA history. His impact was so great that in the regular season, the Rockets finished as the #1 seed for the first time in franchise history with 65 wins. Holy God! On an individual level, James's stats were unreal. He finished the season with 35 30-point games and won the NBA Scoring Title Award. He was also selected for his 6th NBA All-Star game and won his first and only NBA MVP award. Damn! But still, his dream for a championship was cut short when the Rockets lost in the Western Conference Finals to the Warriors again. The following season was one of James Harden's highest scoring seasons, as he averaged 34.3 points per game and became the second highest scorer in franchise history. He also became the league's scoring champion for the 3rd season in a row and the league leader in total steals. He additionally became a finalist for the MVP award. But despite all the success, James knew if he wanted a ring on his finger, he had to make a move. So he demanded a trade from the Houston Rockets, and he made it very uncomfortable for them. There are even rumors he put on a fat suit. After some time, the Rockets finally caved into his trade demands and sent him to the Brookyln Nets. Brookyln Nets. But his tenure with the Nets spanned just over 1 year, and it was a disaster. Harden thought that this dream team consisting of him, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving had a chance at the championship. There were headlines that this team was the greatest offensive trio in NBA history. But nah. It was a far cry. The team suffered a Game 7 playoff exit to the Milwaukee Bucks and came up a big toe short of a championship push. And over the next year and a half, he only played 80 games for the Nets. And according to him, his time with the Brookyln Nets was frustrating, and that he left for a reason. Once again, Harden demanded a trade. This time, he wanted to play for the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia 76ers. Harden moved to the Philadelphia 76ers in February 2022. The undisputed superstar came into the 2022 to 2023 season seemingly healthy. He had battled a hamstring injury over the last 2 seasons and wasn't the best version of himself as his scoring numbers took a noticeable dip. He has averaged only 21 points per game during his time with Philadelphia. He is surely not the James Harden that we once knew, the one who won games with his clutch play and wild scoring. But there were still flashes of his greatness when in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals against the Celtics, he scored 45 points and then hit a clutch 3-pointer in Game 4 to win the game. The 76ers ended up falling in Game 7 to the Celtics, but Harden had some extremely high highs and some very low lows during that series. Going into the offseason, Harden made it clear he wants a lucrative long-term contract. He took a pay cut when he arrived in Philadelphia, and now he wants his money, but his GM, Daryl Morey, is not ready to offer it. The 76ers know his value, but he's turning 34 soon, so they're not ready to take risks. Harden recently said, "Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of again." So as of now, James Harden's demanding another trade. The future. The Beard has picked up his $35.6 million player option for the 2023 to 24 season and wants to be with a new franchise ASAP. If he's not traded, he might as well not show up at the 76ers training camp. There are no concrete trade destinations for him as of right now, but many teams are hesitant to trade for him because of his decline in production on the court and his constant trade demands when there is a slightest inconvenience for him. There might be a possibility that he's envisioning a scenario in which he winds up playing overseas, and in that case, China would be a great option. Ha! Hope you guys enjoyed our video today. Don't forget to dunk on that subscribe button. Until next time, take care.